Hello and welcome. This is round 5. You're watching Modern Magic for the Modern Man. Of course, we're playing blue, white, red control. Nope. So, as of right now in this league, we are a solid 3-1. 3-1. This hand is much better than the last. We're a little hollow fountain flooded. That's okay. Take just a hair of damage. Just a sliver of damage. I'm going to go ahead and top both of these. If this is a matchup where I don't need these lands, I will just shuffle them away. We can do that. This is modern. We have fetch lands. We have the technology. Ooh, this might be another black death and taxes build. We're actually not so strong against this sort of deck. So that means I'm going to want some removal, probably ASAP. So fetch here will do just fine. Yeah, I'm really no rush to start getting all my colors together. I like Logic Knot. I like both of these cards. I don't think I can afford to put Sphinx's Revelation into my hand right now. I think just using it for one is not really worth it. Miss Thalia. She's going to guard Thraben for me. Well, in that case, I'm going to shock this in. Just in case my opponent does something I don't like. Luckily, Ether Vial's only on one. So I'm kind of okay. I'm kind of in okay shape here. My opponent's considering letting me go to combat. Aether Vial being used for a Tide Hollow Sculler, eh? Well, not much I can do about it. Again, this is a very good strategy against me attacking my hand. Something this deck does very well. There's a Supreme Verdict. Alright, we go to instep here. I'm going to think twice real quick. Alright, thought twice. Drawing another Logic Knot. Fairly interesting. So I'm just going to tap this in and hope for the best. Caves of Koilos tells me, sure thing, my opponent is definitely playing Eldrazi. Thought maybe this was the opponent we had earlier in the league. Turns out it isn't. Getting hit for 4 doesn't feel great, but it is what it is. So I'm taking 4. What's the worst thing my opponent can violin? Yeah, I think I have to go ahead and use Supreme Verdict here. Of course, I get another one back. Opponent's going to use Path to Exile to ramp up a little bit. Okay. Good play, good play. So all that being said now, I'm fairly defenseless. My opponent can really have their way with me. For example, if they want to, yeah, Thought Not Seer's definitely coming in. Definitely going to take the Supreme Verdict. Good beats, good beats. My opponent leaving this on 3 is also fairly telling. See, I can really get my opponent here with this Ghost Quarter. I think I will. So I'm under a 2-turn clock now. My opponent no doubt has Flicker Wisp. Not in the best shape here. Not in the best shape. Yeah, I'm just going to land and pass, and so there's really nothing I can do. This is just an elementary exercise in seeing what my opponent has. Go ahead and start planning on the sideboard. As we recall, there's really not a lot that I have. Eldrazi Displacer came in. Yeah, Blessed Alliance might be okay, but not really. Maybe Ruined Halo to save some damage. Yeah, they're just going to blink the Displacer. They're going to blink their Thought Not Seer just to get a better look at my hand. Yep, not a lot going on in the sideboard for me. I got to bring something in though, right? I'm no doubt expecting Graveyard Hate from my opponent. So bringing in a Gear Hulk is not really all that exciting. I like Vendilion Click because it can potentially be a blocker. Timely can also be good. It can buy me some more time. That's the point, right? Ruined Halo, not really. Celestial Purge can be okay. There's really only one threat, right? That it hits the Tide Hollow Sculler. Celestial Purge does not hit Wasteland Strangler. Wasteland Strangler is colorless. So I'm going to put that in the maybe pile. I think that's all I've got. Counterflux can be okay. Yeah, I just wish it countered abilities. Like if I could counter, you know, a Vial activation or something. Alright, sorry about that. I had to take a break to investigate a weird sound I heard. Alright, we're going to submit this deck. So we played against this white-black Taxes deck once already this league. The only reason we really did well is because my opponent stumbled so much. This is a keeper. Okay. And then if you recall, the first game we were absolutely decimated by a flurry of Leonin Arbiters. Alright, both of these are fine. Not real sure about the land, but I definitely want the lightning bolt. Okay, so Aether Vial is pretty good for my opponent, pretty bad for me. It's hard to win a game with Aether Vial on the board. Yeah, again, I want both of these. The question is what order. I think I need Path later for Thought Not Seer. So I want the Lightning Helix first. And I'm going to go ahead and shock this in. You know, if my opponent plays Leonin Arbiter, I need to deal with it in a very timely manner. Okay, so that is coming out instead. I can't really bolt Thalia now. Again, I need to worry more about Leonin Arbiter. So I'm just going to tap this in and pass the turn. Okay, so Thought Not Seer coming down here is actually pretty bad for me. Moving to instep. I want to punish Thalia. Looks like my opponent's going to Path in response, which is a good play. Because Path is fairly dead. You know, of course, they don't know what threats exactly I'm playing. I'm sure they assume it's some combination of planeswalkers and, you know, Celestial Colonnade. Alright, I'm going to pass the turn. I now have access to Cryptic Command. It's very possible that if my opponent does not create too much trouble for me, I can bounce this at end of turn. I obviously can't do that now because Leonin Arbiter's in the way. I'm going to go ahead and just prevent the damage. Okay, so this is bad. This represents a Flicker Wisp. Oh, Displacer. Okay. And if the follow-up here is a a Ghost Quarter, we're in really bad shape. So my opponent essentially phased the Lightning Helix. Now they're going to take a card. They'll probably take Path. I really need a land here that's not a fetch land so that I can hold up Cryptic Command to deal with Aether Vial. Okay, so they take Timely. Alright, I draw another Timely. I'm just going to go ahead and jam it. Yeah, I'm running the risk of getting nailed by Ghost Quarter here. My opponent's kind of running out of cards, and this really might prevent them from attacking, because it's really a double block here. Messes with their game plan quite a bit. Of course, they do have access. Okay, I have nothing in exile currently, so that does nothing. They can't blink one with Eldrazi Displacer. What did they do? Oh, they can process their own cards? Really? You may put a card an opponent owns from exile into that player's graveyard. That's not right. How does that work? Hang on. You may put a card an opponent owns from exile into that player's graveyard. I might have to do a little bit of research into that. That does not sound right. So my opponent's going to blink Tidehollow Sculler. take another look at my hand here. Oh, what they processed was the timely reinforcements that was under the Tide Hollow Scholar. My mistake, my mistake. Yeah, my opponent's offering a trade with Leon and Arbiter. I'm actually going to take it. Okay, my opponent paths. I cannot search. So Vendilion click, eh? Yeah, I'll just go ahead and hold this up on my opponent's draw step. Keeping it on 3. I will target my opponent now. Leonin Arbiter and Eldrazi Displacer. I will put the Arbiter on the bottom. I don't know that I can really survive another one of those. My opponent drew a Wasteland Strangler here. That's really, really good. Yep, so my opponent's got the full lock combo on me. Pretty good, pretty good. Taking a lot of damage here. Electrolyze, not really doing it for me. So I'm just going to pay 2. I have not drawn a land here. I really wish I had one, because I'm about to take a ton of damage. Actually, that's lethal, isn't it? I'm taking lethal damage here. Oh, I could have prevented it. Yeah, and my opponent's producing yet another threat. What'd they get? Flicker Wisp. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and concede. Even if I hadn't made this mistake, right? Even if I could electrolyze something, there's still lethal on board. So I really lost because I didn't draw enough lands there. Alright, so we went 3-2 this league. Not terrible, but also not great. We ended up getting a treasure chest. So let's open that puppy up. Gate to the Ether. Oh man, that sounds like a Saffron Olive card. Alright. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player reveals the top card of his or her library. If it's an artifact, creature, enchantment, or land card, the player may put it onto the battlefield. Interesting, interesting. Well, that could be quite spicy, I suppose, in the right build. Well, thank you all for watching. I am very sad I couldn't bring you guys a 4-1 game. Or I'm sorry, a 4-1 league. The Death and Taxes deck is actually pretty rough. I might see if there's something I can do to insulate myself from what it is that they're doing. So again, thank you all for watching. Hope you have a great night, and I'll catch you in the next one.